Ladies, it's your girl Patricia. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, hey doll, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching, love. So as you ladies can see from the title, today I will be discussing reasons why you should not get a BBL. Now, I know many of my subscribers watch my channel because I did document my BBL journey 2 years ago. I put out a lot of informative videos since talking about BBL and recovery and all the information you need to know. But I really feel like I cannot discuss BBLs and surgery and beauty and upkeep without making this video. Because truth be told, plastic surgery is not for everybody. Getting a BBL is not for everybody. So that is the purpose of this video, is to tell you reasons why you should not get a BBL. And if anything that I say in this video fits you or your situation, then maybe you might want to rethink getting this surgery. Number one that I have on this list is you should not get a BBL if you're doing this surgery to be trendy. Right now, I'm pretty sure we all have Instagram. We all are on the app. Some of us are on the app more, some of us are on the app as much, but I'm sure we all come across Instagram models. You see a lot of women on Instagram or just social media period that have their body done, very nice shape and body. And unfortunately, when you're consuming this type of content every single day, that would alter the way that you view yourself and the way that you view everything. So if you notice that you do follow a lot of Instagram models and you notice that you're on Instagram all day and that's motivating you to get surgery, that's why you want surgery, is because you see a next Instagram model with her body done, she has a lot of followers, she's getting a lot of attention from men. If that is your reason for wanting surgery, you really need to dig deep within yourself and do not get that surgery, because believe it or not, the really big butts that's trending right now, that's just all that it is. It's a trend. And so if you're just doing this surgery just because you want to fit in, you want to be an Instagram model, then you should not get it done, because believe it or not, this trend is and will going to go out of style. Luckily for me, I did get a natural BBL done and I do love my results, but I am happy that I did decide to go the natural route. Being that I went the natural route, I do have a nice shape, but I don't have a gigantic booty, if that makes sense. I can still go out to many different type of environments. I can still go out to many different places and still look classy, still look nice. I don't really am embarrassed, or I don't really get like all this unwanted, just disgusting attention. Like, that's not really me at all. But I'm very thankful about that, because when it comes to body and aesthetics, there are trends that are happening. So right now I weigh 150 pounds, and if you go on my Instagram, I have a cute shape, but I don't really have like a really huge butt. And so I feel like that's very important. If you know that you have kids that you're gonna have to be bringing to school one day, if you know that you go to church or going to be going to church, if you know that you're just gonna want to be out in the real world and not having to deal with sexual remarks, not having to deal with people staring at you, not have to deal with rude comments or just all of that, then please consider that. And that's something that I had to consider within myself too as well. That's why I never really wanted a really huge butt, because I know that certain environments, having a certain body don't really go well. I don't want to be 5 years from now 10 years from now taking my future kid to school and kids are laughing. And we also have to think about the future. Like right now, we don't know how any 60-year-old woman look that has a BBL. But believe it or not, when your butt is super big and it's very heavy, it will weigh down in the years to come. There are many celebrities right now that's in their 40s that had, butt enhancements, and it was getting heavy. It was sagging. And so you don't want a sagging butt in 10 years. So the point that I'm just trying to make is just look over your lifestyle and think about your reasoning for doing this. If you're getting surgery because you want to date a certain type of man, or you think it's going to attract a certain kind of man, then I really feel like you should not get a BBL, because honey, that's for the wrong reasons. Me personally, I was more focused on my stomach. So I just wanted a flat stomach, but I'm like, instead of me just doing lipo, why would I waste all that fat? Might as well just put it in my butt. So yes, I have a really nice natural looking BBL, but for me it was more so just wanting to look nice in my outfits, just wanting a flat stomach. Like I said, my stomach was really the main focus of my procedure. And even right now, if you go on my Instagram page, there's not many photos of me showing my butt. Like I don't in every single photo showing my butt, you know. I never really had an issue with dating or anything of that sort. So you just have to look at your reasonings. Everybody's reasoning is different. I'm not telling you to not get surgery or do get surgery, but your reasoning behind it is very important. So if you're doing it for Instagram, for men, then that's just, I wouldn't. Number two, you should not get a BBL if you have underlying health conditions. I feel like this one is extremely important because there are women that do pass away. Believe it or not, a BBL can be deadly. And yes, sometimes it is the doctor's fault, but also sometimes it is the client fault as well. If you know that you suffer with high blood pressure, diabetes, heart problems, I mean, anything you could think of, sickle cell, if you know that you suffer with these things, definitely tell your doctor. Be transparent, be upfront. There are so many stories, and I'm not really here to put those stories out because I don't want to tell someone else's story, but there are so many stories I heard of women that had underlying health conditions and hid that from their doctor. They got fake blood work results. They didn't mention it, and it ultimately cost them. When you are a certain age, recovering from surgery is going to be much different. A 25-year-old recovering from surgery is different than a 55 recovering from surgery. Now, I'm not telling you to not get the surgery, but just proceed with caution, if that makes sense. Like really think about that. And that's the purpose of this video. I'm just putting out these points so just that you can consider it, because I understand if you've never had surgery before or you don't know what to expect, you're not going to know. But being that I went through the recovery, I'm here to tell you that recovery is not going to be easy on a 50-year-old woman. Like now that I know what it feels like to go through a BBL recovery, I wouldn't get surgery if I'm 45 years old, just because I know what it feels like. And I'm like, I don't think, yes, me in my mid-20s can handle that pain. But honey, me in my 40s, I don't know. But at the same time, there are some 40-year-old women that do work out, that do eat healthy, that don't have underlying health conditions. So you can have an easy recovery. So I can't really tell you whether you can or not. You kind of just have to evaluate yourself. Like, okay, are you healthy? Do you work out a lot? Like, and kind of get a feel, if that makes sense. 3 reasons why you should not get a BBL. If right now you're at a point in your life where you know that you want kids soon, maybe you don't have any kids, that's definitely me. Right now, I do not have any kids, but I got my BBL done 2 years ago, and when I did get it done, I knew that I did not want kids no time soon. So even right now, I don't really care. Like I don't want kids. Like I'm very stern about that. I don't want kids at the moment, but I already have my mind made up. If right now you're at a point where it's like, maybe I want a kid in a year or two, then I will say do not get a BBL. Why would you pay thousands of dollars to get surgery just to end up pregnant 2 months later? Like, protect your investment. Get on birth control. Like, this surgery, I feel like it's not nothing to play about. It is so risky to the point where it's like, why would you risk your life just to undo everything? So if you know you don't want kids, cool. But if you know that you want to start a family within a few years, really consider it. Really think about it. Like, do you really want to go through this big procedure and you know that maybe your boyfriend wants a kid, maybe your husband wants a kid, maybe you have a mom fever, baby fever? Like, really consider that, okay? That's why if you guys watch my surgery vlog, there's a moment where the doctor said to me, he loved my results. He was looking over my results and he said to me, don't get pregnant. And to that point, everybody, to this day, everybody laughs about that comment because it's just like, he's a doctor. He sees this happen all the time. And that's why I did not edit that part out, because it's real. Like, seriously, protect your investment. Or if you know that you do want to be a mom, then maybe push it off, because that's kind of like where I'm at right now. I'm like, I really don't care for a round 2, but it's like, I don't think I would do one because maybe I might want my first kid in like 2 years. So it's like, I just don't know. But it's just like, at the end of the day, don't even waste your money. If you know that, you know, maybe you're in your late 20s, early 30s, but if you already have kids and you know that like you're probably done, or maybe you don't want any more no time soon, then good. The next one that I have, reasons why you should not get a BBL. If you cannot afford upkeep / maintenance, don't even waste your money. Let me be honest with you. Getting surgery is not cheap. Even if right now you were to find a doctor that say, hey, I can do your surgery for 5,000, 4,000. You know, every day there's a new doctor that's running some type of deal. Even if you thought that you found a deal and that you can afford it because you're saving up, you have to think about maintenance and upkeep. And the reason why a lot of women BBL surgeries don't even look as good is because their maintenance, they didn't keep up with their massages. Let me tell you something, getting surgery is costly. The maintenance, yeah, you can pay a couple $1,000s and be snatched, but you have to factor in massages. A lot of women that do post-op massages, they charge like $100 per massage, and my doctor recommended at least 10 to 20. So you do the math, that's an extra $1,000. You need massages, you're gonna need a faja, $200. You're gonna need diet. Even years down the line, you have to work out. You have to do your body treatments. You have to do, like, right now, if you're struggling to make ends meet, right now, if you don't really have the money or the funds to get surgery, really consider, like, well, do I want to put myself in a bigger hole? Because that's what you're going to be doing. You don't want to get surgery and then now you can't afford the maintenance and now you just wasted your time and your money. Imagine getting a BBL, you can't afford the massages, you can't afford the supplies, you can't afford, oh, and I also forgot to mention, when you are recovering, you have to take time off from work. So factor in that. There are many women that really rush their recovery process because they have to get back to work, which I understand. But at the same time, you should have enough money saved up to last you at least 6 weeks, because that is what I did. That's what I did. I did not work for 6 weeks at all. I was able to stay at home and have a good recovery, but I also felt comfortable knowing that I had money in my bank account to cover whatever I needed to cover for the 6 weeks I was off from work. So please, please, please consider that. If you know that your money's running a little bit funny right now, I will say wait until you have the money to cover everything, cover your maintenance, your upkeep, even 2 years down the road. Like I said, I'm like 2 years post-op. My faja, so investing in a good faja is really key. You don't want to go the cheap route when it comes to anything. You want to have the best results as possible, so please keep that in mind. So ladies, thank you for watching my video on reasons why you should not get a BBL. I really hope that this was very informative and just some points that I just wanted to put out there and make. Like I said, make sure that you are doing this for you and not just because. Always remember that life evolves, things is going to change. So please keep that in mind, and let's just use the comments as a discussion board. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, dolls.